Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. On this 02.14.2025. Current time is 06:17 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside this Friday. Thank God it's Friday. We made it, folks. We made it to the weekend. For those working stiffs, you just got to get through the day, and you can work. You can enjoy your weekend. We made it once again through a week. I hope everybody had a good week. I had a pretty good week, I guess. We'll come back on it. A few ups and downs and stuff like that, but for all intents and purposes, a pretty decent week and stuff. Well, Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble Studios, broadcasting out to Rumble, to locals, YouTube, Twitch, X Live, and Facebook Live. Let's check the Facebook Live. We got that started right on time, and let's check out X Live. X Live is looking pretty good there. Okay, we got the title right. It's like I've been having problems. Oh no, we didn't. I forgot the R and Rumble. No, the Rumble's there. Okay. What the hell? How's that? Wow, that's unusual. What the heck? I wonder how that looks on the, let's see, profile. Yeah, okay, Rumble. When you go to edit, the R turns into a little @ sign as far as that goes. So thank you for those that, well, we don't have anybody on live, X Live. YouTube, let me check it, even though there's an indicator. Let me check the actual YouTube here. We have one person watching over there. And thank you. And let's see, we have 3 people over on Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. Rumble rocks. Rumble is my mainstay, my flagship of where I broadcast to. 1 person on locals, 2 on Twitch. And then you have me. I'm here. Again, Rich Roberts over there on X at Fireman Rich. Right out of the gate, and I'm not going to, I'll go into a little bit more in detail concerning this. I do want to bring this right up. This is from Fox 40. We did have a line of duty death. And for those folks that don't know what a line of duty death, I'm an ex-firefighter. I'm retired from the Air Force, as far as retired from civilian. I guess I was a paid firefighter when I got out for technical. But at any rate, I'm a firefighter. That was my career in my life. And there was a line of duty death. And good morning, Tina. There was a line of duty death in Binghamton, New York, Wednesday night. And I'm gonna go ahead and present this right out of the gate to give my condolences and my thoughts and prayers to the family of John J.R. Godent, who was an 11-year firefighter in Binghamton Fire Department. And they had a major fire in Binghamton, New York, Wednesday night. And the line of duty death is very serious. It's just this firefighters try and do their job to the best of their ability, but there's sometimes circumstances arise to where they do arise on the fire ground that, as safe as you can be, there are dangers as far as that goes. So I'm going to play this. This is from Fox 40 right out of the gate, so you all know that this is very serious. Line of duty deaths are I've known a few firefighters in my career who were line of duty deaths on situations and stuff like that. And we they're very rare here. You know, they're just they should be rare. They're like I said, there's circumstances a firefighter gets into. And here he is. This is firefighter mourned Firefighters mourn the death of 11-year-old veteran John Garrett, Binghamton firefighter. And we're going to listen to this and pay our respects for the passing of a firefighter. So let me get this going here, folks.
The community is mourning the loss of a beloved firefighter killed in the line of duty. John J.R. Godet was killed while battling last night's blaze on Main Street in Binghamton. Fox 40 Ziggy Hill brings us the story.
Yeah, Brooke, the community is devastated today with outpouring messages of support flooding social media after the loss of firefighter John Godet. The call came in for a fire at 1 Main Street around 9:40 p.m. on Wednesday, February 12th. The Binghamton Fire Department was first on the scene working to extinguish the fire. The fire raged as first responders attempted to control the damage, which extended close to the river. In the midst of the battle, firefighter John R. Godet unfortunately was injured after a wall collapsed. Godet was then transported from the scene to Wilson Hospital, where he was pronounced dead late Wednesday night. 2 other Binghamton firefighters were injured during the fire and were also transported to Wilson for treatment. Both of them were released from the hospital this morning. Today, the community is mourning the death of 40-year-old Godet, who was an 11-year veteran of the Binghamton Fire Department. Several of the area fire departments, local leaders, friends, and family were among those who left messages on social media honoring Godet. Some changing their profile pictures to Binghamton Fire Department logo with a black line through it symbolizing the loss. Godet was a Binghamton school alum, a dad of 3 young children at Thomas Jefferson and Horace Mann Elementary, and a beloved youth sports coach. In a statement, the Binghamton Fire Department described JR as someone who embodied what it means to be a firefighter, fearless, dedicated, and always putting others before himself. Binghamton Fire Chief Alan Gardner also released this statement. This is every department's worst nightmare. The Binghamton Fire Department is grieving the loss of one of our own. Our prayers are with firefighter Godet's family and loved ones. The Burns family, owners of the property, said they are heartbroken about Godet, who made the ultimate sacrifice while responding to a fire at our property on 1 to 3 Main Street in Binghamton. The Burns family says they are cooperating fully with the investigation. Earlier today, the fire investigators were at the scene alongside excavators helping to clear some of the heavy debris from last night. Right now, the Court Street Bridge is closed to traffic as the area outside of 1 Main Street remains an active scene. There is currently a GoFundMe page set up to help support Godet's family, his wife, and 3 young children. If you would like to donate, we will have a link to the page at our website at wicz.com. The investigation into the cause of the fire is still ongoing, but we will bring updates as soon as we get more information. Fox 40 sends our condolences to the Godet family and his brothers and sisters in the fire department. Back to you, Brooke.
The
Firefighter John Godet.
Okay, get a little carried away with my buttons there. So there we have it, folks. The latest news. That was Wednesday night. The fire took place Wednesday night. Just so everybody knows, it was a Wednesday night. I posted up on my Twitter feed articles from WEBO Radio, WBNG, CBS, the local CBS, and then that article right there from Fox 40. I used to track these back in the day, and I stopped several years back because it just got too heart-wrenching. It's usually about firefighter Garnett there. He's one of probably it's just the start of a new year, but there's on the average about 90 to 100, if not more, line of duty deaths in the United States here for firefighters, and it sort of touches me a little bit because I was one of those guys. I've been on the fire ground. And there was 2 other firefighters that were injured. They took them to the hospital, but firefighter Garnett, I guess he was serious to where they were actually performing CPR on scene to revive him after they recovered. A Mayday was gone out, and when you hear Mayday on the fire ground, it literally puts shivers up your spine, and everybody gets moving to try and find the downed firefighter. And so this is pretty heart-wrenching, and it impacts the not only the Binghamton Fire Department, but firefighters throughout the country, and even worldwide in the sense, because it's they're giving it their all, and they put it on the line. And so my condolences, and our prayers and thoughts as far as that goes. So I want to get that right out of the gate here on the broadcast. We'll be seeing I'll be showing a couple more on the news, but just to put that out there, that my thoughts and prayers are with as well as all the other firefighters that are concerned, especially the family, 3 children there. They're going to be without their father now, and that's pretty heart-wrenching and stuff when you think about it. With that, I didn't mean to put it's sort of a bummer, but it has to be reported. Or I'm an ex-firefighter, so it just it impacts me to a certain degree as far as that goes. But good morning, Tina, and happy Valentine's Day. I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. The missus and me, I don't know if we ever did. Good morning. Did we ever celebrate Valentine's Day? No, I don't think we had. I don't think we ever really got into it as far as that. If I was out and about, I'd buy a box of candy or something like that, because the missus does like the chocolate and stuff like that. And Tina, you're here too. Thank you for being here, Tina. Our Jersey girl there is from Central New Jersey. Glad to have you, Tina. I hope you're doing good. And we're getting started here. And we had a pretty. What are you doing, Jack? Huh? Did you get fed? I got Jack down here on the next to me. Again, I just wanted to bring that out. It's one of those things that you hear about. It's especially up in this area. We had a few. There's one that happened here in Owego, New York, years back, and I knew the mother of the firefighter, and it's just but 11-year firefighter gave it his all. He was a man of the community, and thank him for that. I wish he was still here, but like I said, the fire was pretty serious. They had multiple fire. We'll go into that. I think there might be some update news and stuff like that. I didn't get any real particulars, but it was a multi-structure that happened Wednesday night. That was very serious. And when knocks down 3 firefighters, it's pretty bad. I think there was a collapse of the structure from what I've seen so far on the video that I've looked at and whatnot. So, but let's see, as we continue on with the show, I broadcast yesterday, and I think I'm having good, I think I got my audio squared away. I was doing the Thursday. There's a Thursday thing I'm doing now, I guess. After I get done with the audio podcast over there on Spotify for creators, I'm just willy-nilly broadcasting, and I'm broadcasting this one radio station I listen to. It's down there in Bradford County in Towanda, Pennsylvania, which is I don't know, about a 20-minute drive south into Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania border's like 2 miles south there, and it's the bridge, the 95.3. And then while I was doing the wash and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be a new Thursday thing I do. I won't do it on the Tuesdays. I'm thinking about doing it on Tuesdays, but not the Tuesdays that I do Mixcloud, because that's music and stuff like that. But every other Tuesday, I guess I could do that. Just to get on for an hour to, it's not a morning coffee broadcast. It's just I'm fiddling around with stuff here at the computer desk. So I do that yesterday for an hour, because a week before, that would have been the 6th of January. I was on for about 2.5 hours, and I was having fun with that stuff. And I even presented, and I have done this past Mixcloud broadcasts, play the whole broadcast, because I have over 200 plus broadcasts over there on Mixcloud that I can replay. And it's primarily, I'm only broadcasting to no, not YouTube. You don't do music on YouTube. I'm only broadcasting on here on Rumble and X. Yesterday we had like 14 people listening to the broadcast, and it was just a willy-nilly type of a broadcast live stream, and listening to the music and stuff. And I know you're not supposed to do music, but to a certain degree, Rumble right now and X, they allow it and stuff like that. You could say technically I'm crossing the line on the copyright issue and stuff like that, but they allow it. And I think once in a while it's not that bad as far as that goes. So music on YouTube, Facebook, and what's the other one? And Twitch. That's a big. They'll strike you right away and stuff like that. So, by the way, I do have the morning coffee. We can't forget that this is a morning coffee broadcast here on this Friday, February 14th, 2025. And for those that are celebrating Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. I don't really. It's just another day. I don't get any kicks and giggles and stuff. And it's just like, was it Monday is President's Day, where they already got the traditional President Day sales of new beds and stuff like that. We might be in a market for a new bed. I think me and the business are talking about it as far as possibly getting one. What's that?
I'm talking about.
Oh, we're talking about. Okay. You give him wet food this morning?
No.
Okay. This is the second time coming in and out. I guess he's looking to see if you're going to give him wet food.
I gave him milk.
Oh, you gave him the milk. Okay, you got the milk. That's why. Yeah, Jack loves the milk and stuff. So I don't know if he's going to come up. Oh, there he is. There's Jack. How you doing, Jack? Let me open your window. It's still a little dark out there. Jack likes looking out the window, though. How we doing, Jack? Did you get your milkies, huh? Yeah? Okay. You're biting my hand. There's Jack. Jack is joining us this morning. We're honored to have Jack the cat join us here this morning. But let's see. It's starting to get sunrise out there. Okay, let's see what the current temperature is. Current temperature, it's a cold. Oh, it dropped a degree. It was 23 degrees. Last 20 minutes, it dropped down to 22 degrees Fahrenheit currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York. And I forgot to turn this on the put this on the Wi-Fi. Let's see, 22 degrees. Surface 3 is running slow again too. 22, and Tina saying hi, Jack. You see that, Jack? You got a friend out there on the internet. You got Tina down there in Jersey. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, Jack likes looking out the window in the morning. He's like 22 degrees Fahrenheit here in the southern tier of upstate New York, which amounts to negative 5.5 degrees Celsius. We're in the negative again. We got a pending snowstorm. We're supposed to get 3 inches tomorrow, which means I'll be out snow throwing tomorrow morning. And as far as that goes, and let's see. But it is wintertime. We still got like 5 weeks? 5 weeks of winter. And but here this morning it's cold. Okay, 21, 22 degrees Fahrenheit. And yesterday the wind was kicking up really bad. Yesterday. Good morning, Tony D. Salute to you, my friend. Hashtag positive start today. Good morning to the missus from Tony. There you go, Tony, coming in on the Rumble side there. Thank you, Tony. Greatly appreciate it. But we got snow showers this morning. I don't see any. We had a little dusting last night. Yesterday it got warm and everything melted, and the water was just pooling. I got big puddles around the house, and Tina saying good morning to Tony with a little heart on Valentine's Day. Oh, I gotta put that. Yeah, you gotta put the heart. Here we go. There you go, Tina. Or there you go, Tina or Tony from Tina. I don't know if as far as that goes, and we're gonna get to the weather here as far as that goes. Let's see. And Tony saying hi to Tina on the Twitch side. He's going on all the platforms. He probably, yep, he did on the, yep. He gave me a like on the Facebook. Thank you for the like, Tony. And let's see. Thank you for the like over there on X at Fireman Rich, where currently we have 3 people, 3 people on 3. I don't know. The actual broadcast says 3, but the little doodad up onto the right here says 2. So we got at least 2 people on X. Thank you very much. But we have snow showers this morning, which I don't really see them out there, but we got a pending storm coming in. Peaks of sunshine later, high near 25 degrees Fahrenheit, which is only about 3 degrees. And hey, Tim Fan 40 out there in Michigan. You got 0 degrees out in Michigan. Okay, Tim. Glad to have you here, Tim. And Tony coming on the YouTube side with a salute. Tim Fan 40 coming in on the YouTube side. Good morning, Tim Fan 40, our resident contractor here. It's probably cold out there on the job site, right, Tim? Let's see. We got winds out of the west by northwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of snow is 50%. And Tina saying good morning to Tina and Tony saying good morning to Tim. And as far as that goes, sun will be rising this morning at 07. What the hell happened to my clock? There's something wrong with this clock. It says 4:38. What the hell's going on with that? Our clock up here. I had to change that. It's not. What do we got for time? We got 6:30. It went back 2 hours. I don't know. It's serious. Let me show you this clock. Hang on for a minute. Let me get this clock. This clock went back 2 hours. Yeah, it just went back 2 hours. Let me show you the clock. Let me show you the clock where I get the weather from. This is the wall clock right here. Look at that's the current. That's what it's telling me the current time is. But this is the clock I look at to give me an idea. This is the indoor temperature, which is 67, and then this is the outdoor temperature from a sensor. But the clock, it just changed. It went to 4:39. I know when I started, oh, that looks different without the clock up there. So we got to change this clock. Let me see if I can do that right here. Let's see. I don't. Let's see. Setting. Let's see. How do you change this? Setting. Okay, there we go. English. We got the beep. We got the atomic is on. Daylight savings time. Zone. Oh, they got they went to Mountain Standard Time. We don't want Mountain Standard Time. We want to put it on Eastern. So is it 6:40? Okay, now we got the correct time. I guess somehow it went to Mountain Time. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, so it's corrected now. So there's our clock right there. So this is the clock I look at. Twilight Zone, Tina says, yeah. The missus like that one. Yeah, it could be a Twilight. Somehow it got set on Mountain Time. It doesn't indicate the atomic is on, but this is an atomic clock right here. And it's a pretty neat clock because I like the temperature. It gives us an indoor comfortable 68 here in the house and 22 degrees. So I'll put that back up there. But that's the clock right there. I don't think I've ever showed. I think maybe I showed that clock when we first got it, but it's a good clock. But the sun will be rising this morning at 07:04, which I'm looking at the clock and it's not there now. 7:04. So it's in about 22 minutes. 22 minutes the sun was rising. We're getting some daylight out there, and it's cloudy overcast now. Okay, so sun will be rising this morning, 7:04 a.m., like I said, and setting at 5:38 p.m. We gained another minute. We're getting it in a minute each day. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii. Let's see, Tim Fan. It's 75 in my apartment, and I don't have heat on. Really? That's good. Did you insulate that place? Did you insulate your house, sir? Tim? Tim, let me put this up here. Tim, 75, man. We don't. We like it right at 68 to 70. I mean, 68. It's at a constant 68, and we like it. It's comfortable, except when the wind's blowing and stuff. But 75, wow. I have an upstairs apartment, so don't have to use. Oh, okay. Okay? That's the ticket. Okay, yeah. You let them pay for the heat. Yeah, there you go. Smart, smart. And my phone said 6:50 sunrise. It might be because you're down there in Jersey. I'm looking at Weather Underground. That's where I get my times from, Tina. It made me happy. Oh, no insulation. Oh, really? Oh, that's a good construction. I still use my air conditioner. Well, you have to, you know. If you got heat, 75. Yeah, we this old house, we got air conditioning, but there's when we had the maple on the kitchen side here, we didn't have air conditioning, and it kept the house pretty cool. But it's too big of a tree this close to the house and stuff like that. So let's see our world times and temperatures. He says, "Yes, sir." Yeah, let them pay for it. There you go. Our world times and temperatures as I speak in Honolulu, Hawaii. Cloudy skies, 75 or 73 degrees Fahrenheit in Honolulu. In Phoenix, Arizona, at 4:43 a.m. in their morning. Currently, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Cloudy skies in the windy city of Chicago at 5:44 a.m. It's cloudy with a little clearing, 5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. Down in New York City, the concrete jungle, clear skies, 30 degrees Fahrenheit at 6:44 a.m. At 6:4. Looking at the clock again. I'm just a habit of looking at that. The clock is sitting over here. I'm looking up here. It's 6:40. Let's make sure. There it is. Current time, 6:44. I gotta put this back up there on the break. 6:44 a.m. here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York. Tina is letting us know down there in central Jersey, we have it's 29 degrees Fahrenheit, 33 degrees for a high, and she's saying the sun, according to her, according to her phone, says the sun will be rising at 6:50. You can give or take 10 minutes. I get my times from Weather Underground, which I like Weather Underground. And it might be because you're a little lower than, which is going to be a time difference there. So I don't think it's that big of a time difference. Let's see. Tim Fan 40, he said it's 0 degrees out there in Michigan, just to give him, to let everybody know what it's cold out there. Stay warm, Tim. And down there where Tony D is at in Warner Robins, Georgia, which is south of Macon, and that's south of Atlanta. That gives you an idea where Tony is. He's in Georgia. 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees for the high, 40 for the low, clear down in Warner Robins, Georgia. As we cross the Atlantic Ocean, the pond, to Cork, Ireland at 11:45 a.m., 50 degrees Fahrenheit in Cork. Cloudy skies. In Milan, Italy at 12:46. It's still mangia time. Finishing up lunch in Milan at 12:46 p.m. It is sunny and cloudy, but a little bit sun's peeking through the clouds. 54 degrees Fahrenheit. And skipping over to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia at 7:46 p.m. in their evening time. Clear skies, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's clear skies in Tokyo also at 8:46 p.m., 46 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under in the country of Australia, on the continent of Australia, great friends and allies to the United States, as I like to say. I've never met a bad Australian, as far as that goes. Melbourne, Australia, 10:46 p.m., cloudy skies, 63 degrees Fahrenheit, and over to the east in Sydney, Australia, 10:47 p.m., cloudy skies, 73 degrees Fahrenheit there, and those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. We do have a thought for the day. Let me get back here to what we got. Tim Fan 40 says, average 2,000 square feet. If installation's correctly, your bill should be over 100 a month for heat. Okay, that's the thing. And Melanie, hey, oh, Melanie Johnson, hey, good morning. Coming on the YouTube. Yeah, how you doing, Mel? Is this the Mel? Let me ask you, Melanie, are you the Melanie that is you always pop in on Rick Costas? No, no, Melanie Johnson. Good day. You're the you're the Melanie from Australia, right? How come, Melanie? Let's see, Melanie. Are you, are you from down? I think Melanie, you're from Australia. Where are you from, Melanie? Good day, Melanie. Yeah, just saying good day. So it's got you're Melanie. We haven't seen you in a while. Oh, okay. You're from Australia. Yeah. Oh, yes, it's Mel. Now, you're a regular viewer of Rick Costa, right? There's a Melanie on Rick Costa's program. Yeah, so she's saying yes, it's me. I'm not sure. I put two things out: Australia or it could be both. But glad to have you here, Mel. Glad to have you here. Good morning, Rocky Old. I didn't understand. What's that? Rocky Old. It's cryptic. I don't know what you mean by Rocky Old. I'm dumber than a box of rocks too. So let's go. But glad to have you here, Mel. I appreciate you being here, coming in. Yes, I used to. It's her name on Facebook. Oh, okay, on Facebook. Okay, I don't. Okay, um, it's her name on Facebook. Okay, yes, I used to. Oh, used to. Okay. Um, let's see. Our thought for the day is from Steve Jobs, who I don't have a real fondness for. I know I respect him as far as that goes, but Steve Paul Jobs was an American businessman, investor, and inventor who co-founded Apple Incorporated with Steve Wozniak. He was the real brains of putting Apple together, I think, as far as hardware-wise. In 1970s, in the garage here, Jobs and Wozniak launched the Apple II computer from their parents' garage, and Jobs is considered a pioneer in microcomputing revolution. He's one of the persons. There was a whole bunch of other people there on set. Mel says, I used to be on Twitch, friends with Tony D and Tina. Yeah, okay, Tina's here, and okay. And you were on Haps too, weren't you, Mel? I think I remember you from Haps. I think you're part of the Haps family, weren't you? I believe you were on Haps. Yeah, I just see your name, Melanie John. Mel, there's used to be on Twitch. Okay. So our quote for the day from Steve Jobs goes as follows. If I can find it here. Let's see. Oh, this Surface 3 that's old, so I can't complain. Okay, here's the quote and our thought for today from Steve Jobs. Yes, I was. Okay, you were on Haps. Okay, I remember you then. Yeah, I remember. You're part of the Haps gang there. That now we're all over the place. You're on YouTube. Tina's on Twitch. Tony's on everything, and then Tim Fan 40's on YouTube. Steve Jobs quote and our thought for the day: the only way to do good work is to love what you do. And he did love what he did, even though he was a little bit of a shit sometimes. But got to respect his work ethic. He was really driven. The only way to do good work is to love what you do, and that's in anything you do. I love doing this. So I try and make it as good and pleasant and be kind as possible. Believe me, I'm not no angel. I've got some skeletons in my closet, but I'm at a point in my life there where I like what I do. I love what I do. I loved what I did in the Air Force. Oh, I love that. Uh, yes, I loved to cook and love my job. There you go, Tina. That's a good one right there. As far as Tina coming in on the Twitch side there, Steve Jobs. I may not agree with him personally and stuff like that, but it's a good quote. And you watch Hal Moss. Okay, I've seen you on Hal before too, Mel. Thank you. Yeah, she's on there we go, Hal Moss. Tina's on Hal Moss, which he'll be coming on here probably. I'm looking up there for the freaking clock. I gotta look down on it. Gotta stay away from that in about 8 minutes. Well, let's see. So what does Steve Jobs mean by that, though? It's pretty apparent what he means. It's to the statement encourages people to pursue their passions. If you love your work, can lead to increased motivation, creativity, and job satisfaction. And I can honestly say I had great job satisfaction as far as that goes. Where I worked in the Air Force for 20 years and where I worked afterwards when I retired from the United States Air Force. I worked at IBM for 9 years, and then I worked at my day job, which I still don't want to mention where I worked, but some people know as far as what I was doing, and I was gainfully employed for 17 years after I left IBM. So I had some good work environments and stuff. Was it always pleasant? Not really. Not even in the Air Force was it pleasant. But I loved doing what the bottom line was. I loved what I was doing. So and I think I did pretty good as far as I left a mark of influence on people to do things the correct and right way, especially in the Air Force and stuff like that. I pride myself that I tried to mentor and train the people that were under me and lead the people. I had an opportunity to lead people, other firefighters and stuff like that. And you know me, yeah, I know you, Mel. It takes me a while because I'm getting ready to turn 67 here in the next month or two and stuff. I'm up there in age now. Okay, I'm claiming the age and stuff like that. So, but I appreciate you being here, Mel. Greatly appreciate it. As far as that goes, always, the HAPS folks are always welcome here. As far as the XX HAPS folks and stuff, instead of over on Tony still goes over that canteen. He gives his canteen. I don't think I could ever. There's certain programs you don't want to go on. Okay, that's all. We'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Our national day is. Let's see what we have for our national day. Our national day. And Mel, your birthday's on the 17th of February, and you're going to be a young age. I'm not going to post your age. No, enjoy it. Oh, so your birthday is this month. Okay. Happy birthday. The 17th. Are we broadcasting on the no? Oh, that's a Monday. That's Monday. We'll be broadcasting Monday. So you got a birthday. Well, you can count this weekend as your birthday weekend. Right? There you go. Enjoy the weekend leading up to your birthday. Our national day for February 14th, we have National Cream-Filled Chocolate Day. Ooh, I like that one. Right out of the gate. I like that. Let's see. Valentine's Day. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to, it's Valentine's Day, but I don't want that as a national day. You got National Organ Donor Day. Yeah, okay. National Ferris Wheel. I'll compromise. I don't really celebrate in ads. Okay. Is it ads? Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Where's Twitch? Okay, waiting on ads. Okay, we gotta wait on ads. Okay. Waiting on ads. Okay, we'll wait on the ads. I think, oh, okay, we are. We got 30 seconds and stuff like that. When I was talking, we had an ad thing. I dismissed the ads when we first came on. There's an ad block that comes in. I dismissed that because we're talking about the firefighter. So, but let's see. We got National Day here, which I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, but I'll compromise where I know Valentine's, there's a lot of chocolate, a lot of candy and stuff like that. And I love candy as far as that goes. And let's see. Okay, waiting on ads. And they should be finishing up. I don't see them over there. So I think, Tina, you're back. But our National Day is going to be hashtag cream-filled chocolate day. And what was it? I waited, Tina. We are just talking about how I don't really celebrate Valentine's, but I love the chocolate. It's National Cream-Filled Chocolate Day. Chocolate lovers rejoice on February 14th. Why not? It's Valentine's Day, okay? Rejoices. February 14th is also National Cream-Filled Chocolate Day. On the same day, approximately 58 million pounds of chocolate will be purchased. Much of it will be in the heart-shaped boxes filled with bite-sized chocolate with ooey gooey centers. Quite a few of these cream-filled goodies will be exchanged on Valentine's Day. Okay, but I like the chocolates. I tell you what I love. I love chocolate-filled the cherry-filled chocolates. Oh my God. I just the missus doesn't. She likes the cream-filled ones and stuff like that. So, but who doesn't like chocolate? Oh my God. Unless you're allergic to it, which do they make non-alcoholic or allergic non-alcohol chocolate? Yeah, there's but there's alcohol chocolate. Oh my God, me too. And my mom's favorite. Oh, she likes the cherry filled. Yeah, I love those. I remember getting a box of those going to a movie with my mom once, and I was like in heaven. Oh my God, I can still remember to this day. But today is National Chocolate or Cream-Filled Chocolate Day. So enjoy, folks. Get a box of chocolates, like Forrest Gump would say, a box of chocolates. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and go into 100 years ago here because let's see. Let me bring this up. Turn this off. Banner off. 100 years ago with Roger Luther. We'll give him a gander. Oh, you know what? Oh my God. It's not, we don't have a video. It's just, I'm going to have to talk about it here. Oh my God. I just noticed that there's no video for it for August or February 12th. You can see there's no video. It's just the, see, there's no video. There's no video. It's just, there's no button to play. So I'm going to have to talk about it here. Let me get this up in another tab here real quick. Okay, 100 years ago. Got to go. Okay, Tina, see you later. Have a good weekend. Is Helen? Yeah. Oh, I don't see him on yet. Let me refresh this. Is he on? Jim Figurity's on. Oh, there's Hal. Okay, he's on now. Okay, see you later, Tina. 100 years ago, we don't have Roger Luther, so you're going to have to put up with me, Rich Roberts, that fireman Rich. 100 years ago today, the Susquehanna and Chemung River reached a height of over 16 feet at noon today, breaking all records for February floods and caused the flooding of highways, houses, and properties throughout the area. A beautiful altar of Italian marble is being installed in the chapel at Calvary Cemetery in Johnson City. It features a Venetian mosaic 7 feet high An organized band of boy burglars who have been working in this city for some time were responsible for 7 burglaries last night. They broke into a store on Washington and Haled Street and got away with candy, gum, cigarettes, and about 26 cents. Okay, Mel, bye. We'll see you later. You like that one?
Yeah,
26 cents. You know, you got me curious now. What's 26 cents? 26 cents worth from 1925 to today. How much is that? Let's see. How much was 26 cents worth? Let's see, that would be 0.026. No, that's, you want 26 cents. 26 cents. So 26 cents back in 1925 is equivalent to the purchase power of about $468 today. Did you hear that one? 26 cents back in 1925 was worth $468.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so 26 cents was a lot of money, I guess. We laugh at it, but they got away with $400 out of the register there. Oh, God. Okay, the band of boy burglars are around. And then finally, today on February 12th, 1925, 100 years ago, as the nation honors the memory of Abraham Lincoln, a former Kirkwood school teacher, now 84 years old, recalls visiting the White House as a young woman and shook the hand of the president. Wow, that's something. Imagine that. President Abraham Lincoln. Shaking the hand of President Abraham Lincoln. That is something. And that's what happened 100 years ago, as far as reading it and stuff, because we don't have any video from Roger Luther. Full disclosure, I have no affiliation with Fox 40 News or any other news entities that we may be reading their particular things from their webpage, because I'm just a consumer. And I like bringing it here to you folks as far as that goes. So let's see. In other history, let's see. What do we have in other history? We'll go over the rest of the history here, and then we'll take a break. That usually gives us our first hour here. Let's see now. What do we have in the chat? Let me catch up on the chat here. Oh, we got gotta clean up on aisle 6. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Okay. Taken care of. Oh, let's see. In 1962, after U.S. First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy spent a year restoring the White House with the historical furnishings that were missing when she arrived, 80 million people tuned in on television to watch her give the tour, featuring her restoration, and the changes became widely popular. Aretha Franklin in 1967 recorded the award-winning version of Otis Redding's Respect, the iconic hit that was rated by Rolling Stone magazine as number 5 on the 500 greatest all-time hits. And let's see, The Who performed back in 1970 at Leeds University in England, and the results oh, what happened here? Just bugged out. Can't open. Let's go back. My page just went down. Let me bring it back up. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's bring this back up. Where were we? Here we go. Okay, we got the page back up. Go down the thing here. And we're talking about The Who performing at Leeds University in England. And the results was a recording of Live at Leeds, has been cited as the most important live rock album of all time. And the school's dining hall was commemorated with a plaque as a UK national landmark. That was back in 1970 that took place. And 35 years ago, Voyager 1, the Voyager 1 spacecraft turned around and took a picture of the Earth as it journeyed outside the solar system, which produced the iconic pale blue dot image. We're just a dot. And that's a pretty iconic picture 35 years ago. It's still going. It's still traveling. It's way, way out there. Voyager 1. I don't know what's happened to Voyager 2. In 2005, YouTube was launched by 3 former PayPal employees as a video sharing website. It soon became the second largest search engine in the world and the main source of viral videos and webs. And I can say thank you, YouTube, along with the gentleman that put the YouTube up to fix my washer at the beginning of this week. Got that squared away. Just took the electronic boards out, flipped it over, tapped on the components, the relay. I think there was a box. I think that was, I tapped, he said tap on them all. So I tapped on them all, put it back in there, boom, works perfectly. Sort of like hitting the TV on the side of the thing there. Let's see, continuing on with the history here on the AP side. And as it comes up, oh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to put that string bow in the bow. I'm going to have to add that word to the, okay. They'll take care of that. Let's see. Today, continuing the history here, I'm taking some side notes. 1779, English explorer James Cook was killed on the island of Hawaii during a melee following Cook's attempt to kidnap Hawaii's monarch, who was to be used as leverage for returning a boat stolen from one of Cook's ships. Return a boat stolen from one of Cook's ships that he had. 1876, inventor Alexander Graham Bell and Eliza Gray applied separately for patents relating to the telephone. The U.S. Supreme Court eventually ruled Bell the rightful inventor. 1929, the St. Valentine's Massacre took place in Chicago. That was not a good place to be at, I guess. As 7 rivals of Al Capone's gang were gunned down, and that's about it for the history of what was going on. All right, we're going to go ahead and We're going to go ahead and take a break here, and we will be right back. Make sure we got this new feature. We can loop the music, so I don't have to keep on pressing it. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my coffee. You got, let me just make sure I have it on this one. Okay, we got it on that one, and I'll be starting the music here. Bubblegum ball game. Okay, and we'll be back. I'm going to go refresh my coffee because I'm empty. All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes. Just hang loose, folks. And we're back. We are back here on the Friday morning coffee for 02.14.2025. We got good audio. I'm sort of working out this audio because when I game, I was gaming yesterday, I use these headphones, and what I do is I plug, I put the clock back, but I plug these in as far as for this headset into the computer, and it disengages the soundboard that I'm working off of now for sound. And these are a great pair of headsets as far as for gaming, because I play a game that sound matters. It's PUBG Mobile or PUBG Battlegrounds, and it's you got to hear, and they're noise canceling, so I can't, I'm more focused on the game as far as that goes. And but the sound here is working good. It's good. I got my second cup of coffee, and I like this new feature in the Rumble Studios where you have the music. The music that was playing. Before the update, I would come back, and music would play for 2 minutes, and I'd hit it again. Okay. Well, there's a loop feature now, so it plays the 2 minutes, and it loop because it's in the loop it automatically plays. So I'm listening. When I'm away from the desk, I'm listening to the sound because I got things I got to check the cat boxes. I got to get the cup of coffee. I talk with the missus for a minute or two, and then I come back on the break there. And that loop, it works. That works pretty good. I like it. I like the feature that you can put up intro, outro music. Even though I have it on my iPad Mini, but it sounds a lot clearer. And we also have the tags here and stuff like that. So we're in the second half of second part of the broadcast here, and we just finished up the regular format there that I normally do. I do a shorter version over there on Spotify for Creators, the Fireman Rich audio podcast. I did one yesterday morning. And I'd like to say hello and thank you to those listeners that are listening to the audio replay of today's Friday morning coffee, because I repurpose Monday, Wednesday, and Friday's live streams over there on Spotify for Creators. I call them an audio pod, in a sense. If you want to listen to me babble for an hour and a half to 2 hours, I greatly appreciate it. We do have some numbers that show that there's some people that do listen. They may pop in, pop out listening to it. So it's an added bonus as far as getting content out there. And I do appreciate Spotify. So what did we talk about yesterday? We had a good article. Recently, there's been in the news about this asteroid, I guess in 2032, I think it is. 2032 or 38, let me see. But this asteroid's supposed to come real close to the Earth, and we have the means, the technology, not to blow up the asteroid, but to sort of nudge it away from the Earth, in a manner of speaking. And let me bring that up here on the Surface 3. As we check, let's see, we currently have, we got some notifications here. Oh, Quest Dad, thank you very much for liking the Friday morning coffee, and also Quest Dad at the Quest Dad. He is a Lord of the Rings online streamer, a very good streamer for Lord of the Rings. He's very adventures in Middle Earth. He's a Twitch broadcaster. The Quest Dad. Let's quest together. I'd like to quest. I just don't have the time. I pop in on his broadcast. I should. But he is a great guy. Check out at the Quest Dad over here on X and Quest Dad on Twitch. He's a great guy. Thank you for the like there, Quest Dad. But let's see, on the broadcast itself, we got 3 to 4 people on X Live and on Facebook. Let's see, I don't think we have anybody there, stuff like that. We had Tony D that liked the broadcast and stuff at oh, what happened to the? Okay, there we go. What happened? That's the Facebook. Let's see what happened. What happened here? Facebook. What happened? Facebook. Where's the? Oh, there it is. Okay. What? I lost my panel here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. We're back. Okay, we're back on it. No comments or no viewers on the Facebook, and then on Rumble, we're showing 3 people. Thank you for the Rumble folks. Greatly appreciated. One person on locals. We have what do we have over? We have one person on YouTube and one person on Twitch. So, and how come this isn't loading up here? Come on, guys. Let's talk about the audio podcast. There it is. It's firing up now. Let's see. And we got good comments there. Okay, here it is. But it's good news about this, the technology that we do have about because it could come into play because we have a potentially upcoming asteroid colliding with Earth, but we can deflect them before they can do so again. And what basically 2032, and it's asteroid. What's the name of this asteroid? Asteroid. It's 2024 YR4. That's the asteroid. It has a 1% chance of hitting us right now. That's 1% too much. We do have organizations in NASA that spot these, but the asteroid. It was January 29th. NASA concluded its analysis of the orbit of the object known as 2024 YR4 and found it has more than a 1% chance of impacting the Earth, measured between 130 to 300 feet in length. If that hits us, we're in deep shit. Pardon my French. But you may see the headlines this week of this asteroid with a slight chance of striking Earth in 2032. But don't worry, humanity has a secret weapon, and we talked about it. It's a little space probe, sort of looks like a satellite. It projects a beam to move it out of its path. It nudges it. It's a nudge. So we talked about that on the audio podcast yesterday. Check it out over there on Spotify for creators. And pretty interesting article. I remember when they're doing that. We're bringing samples back from asteroids. There was a different asteroid. I think it was called Io or something like that. And it had the essence of life in the asteroid. So of what started it all. Let's see, NBA basketball. Because that's the only sports that's going on right now. We're going into the weekend. I guess the All-Star game is going on. But let's see, starting Wednesday night, the Celtics beat the Spurs 116 to 103. The Knicks beat the Hawks 149 to 48, 148. That was a close game by 1 point. And the Brooklyn Nets beat the 76ers 100 to 96. That was fairly close, too. 2 baskets. There was no games on last night for the teams that I follow. And I guess today starts the NBA All-Star Weekend as far as that goes. So, we won't have regular basketball games won't start till next Wednesday. There's only one game, and then we got a full slate next Thursday. So we'll talk about those next week. But basketball is the only sport that's going on right now. Hockey, I don't watch hockey. I am going to go ahead, and I've decided that I will be broadcasting UFL football. Let's talk football. UFL football, the edition, I think that'll be the second season we did. We started that last year because last year was the first year of the UFL. It was a combination of the XFL and the USFL league into the UFL. So we did Let's Talk Football, UFL football last year, and then we just did the let's talk football, NFL football. And the season's over with the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl, overwhelming. They trounced Kansas City. I'm loving it. There's always next year, Kansas City. Oh. No, I'm happy with I'm happy for Barkley getting a Super Bowl ring, because there's no way if he stayed in New York as Giants, he wouldn't have gotten a Super Bowl ring. So he's from Pennsylvania. He went to Penn State, I believe. Could be wrong on that, but we'll be picking up the sports a little bit more. We'll be following basketball during the All-Star break this weekend. I don't really get into the All-Star break, just like with the NFL. They have the Pro Bowl, which is all flag football and some other events. It's like, nah, I don't get into that. So UFL football, that'll be exciting. I'm already seeing some activity on my Twitter feed from UFL football. As far as I follow them on X, and they're gearing up with it. And there were several players that played in the NFL that were in the UFL. And I guess in football, the big news is that Aaron Rodgers is no longer going to be a Jet, I guess. So I've seen that. I didn't really go into it. I'm not after this year. Jets need to do better as far as if they want to be contenders and stuff like that. Aaron Rodgers didn't move the ball forward for the Jets at all. They're still the same Jets as they were 2 years ago as play-wise and stuff. And though they have some good players, and the Giants, they need to step up their game too. Of course, Buffalo Bills, they'll be ready and primed and hungry next season as far as they continue their journey. And it's going to be this. Philadelphia is going to be a contender again next year as far as repeating. And I would say right now, the way they played. And another team I've been hearing is just real quick that San Francisco. Don't count out San Francisco for next year. That's what I'm hearing from all the sports talking heads there and stuff. But, everybody's a Super Bowl contender on day one of the NFL season. I say that every year. So it'll be interesting. But I'm looking forward to UFL and cover that. We'll probably broadcast that on a Thursday night, a Wednesday or Thursday night. One of those two, because they have game. They'll have. I looked at the schedule. They have games Friday. They got a game Friday, a game Saturday, and a game Sunday. So there's a game each night there. So we'll cross that path when we get to it. Okay, let's get to the news here as far as that goes. And let's see, we did 100 years ago. We did the article on the veteran firefighter John Gondit, who passed away from Fox, or passed away line of duty death Wednesday night. And let me see if I can bring up. Let's see. Okay, this is an article about the firefighter killed in downtown Binghamton. This is from WBNG. As far we do have a. Oh no, that's okay. Let's go ahead and bring this up as far as the actual fire. Because I got this, and I think I have another video, a couple more videos on it, stuff like that. Let's see. There we go. Turn off my camera. I'll go back to it here and give it a crank here.
That's just one of the views of the tragedy the community is still grappling with tonight. The other from family, friends, and colleagues mourning the loss of a firefighter. Thank you for joining us for 12 News at 6. I'm Nicole Long. We begin tonight with the devastation following a fire that broke out overnight in Binghamton. 12 News' Daniel Curran joins us now at the scene. Daniel, what can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right, Nicole. Just at 9:30 last night, the structure that was here at 1 Main Street caught fire, and it was a blaze that took the life of Binghamton firefighter John Gadet. Witnesses around the area say the fire was so big, they thought that the smoke was coming from their buildings.
It started as like a little fire and then it just spread so fast. It was crazy. Everything was crazy.
Like any other night at Thai Time on Front Street, it was closing time. But when smoke appeared in the dining room, Ava Aranda and her boss realized something was wrong as a fire had erupted a few doors down on 1 Main Street.
I was like, oh my gosh, like it's actually on fire. And yeah, so I ran back upstairs. He was like, tell everybody to move their cars, tell everybody to move their cars.
Binghamton University students Daniel Snow, Julius Rashba, and Matthew Sabu were at their 116 Front Street residence when the smell of smoke came through their kitchen. After thinking it was coming from their building, they opened a window before realizing it came from somewhere else.
A bunch of smoke came rushing in and it was like hard to breathe. Even walking outside after we all left the house, it was like the whole street was just completely cloudy and it was crazy.
Standing across the street, it became apparent how severe the situation had become.
As we were out here probably just for 10 or 15 minutes, the smoke got so thick that you weren't even able to really stand out here and breathe. The firemen started closing this off, and then that's when you heard the 5 horns from the fire trucks.
As the group saw the aftermath of the flames on Thursday, the reality of what happened began to set in.
There was definitely so much smoke covering all of it up. We didn't know the strength of it or how far it expanded. We saw the huge smoke cloud. We heard it collapse, so we saw the big fire boom, but we had no idea until we heard more reports come out.
Now, the Binghamton Fire Department told 12 News the cause of this fire is still under investigation. So be sure to stick with us as we continue to provide information as.
Okay, that's one article. Let's go ahead and transfer over to this one. As far as from my Binghamton hometown, my hometown Binghamton. This is another video concerning the fire that took place Wednesday, February 12th, where there was a loss of life of a firefighter, line of duty death. And we'll go ahead and play this one here. Okay, let's see. We got this. Hang on for a minute, folks. This is on WENY about fire concerning the fire that took the life of firefighter John Gondet. This is from WENY out of Elmira.
We have continuing coverage tonight on the firefighter who died in the line of duty in Binghamton last night. WENY's Lindsay Madison tells us more about what happened and also about the man who died while serving his community.
On Wednesday night around 9:40, a member of the Binghamton Fire Department was killed while battling a fire in the area of Main Street in downtown Binghamton. According to a press release, John J.R. Gaudet died after a wall collapsed while crews were fighting the fire. 2 other firefighters were injured during the fire and were taken to the hospital. The investigation is ongoing. Gaudet was an 11-year veteran of the Binghamton Fire Department and was 40 years old. In a post on Facebook from the department, they say JR embodied what it means to be a firefighter, fearless, dedicated, and always putting others before himself. The post mentions how Gaudet was a bull, always first in line to get inside. In a statement from the Binghamton Fire Chief, he said, "This is every department's worst nightmare. The Binghamton Fire Department is grieving the loss of one of our own. Our prayers are with firefighter Gaudet's family and loved ones." In a statement from the city's mayor, he said in part, This is an unspeakable tragedy, and our hearts are broken for the firefighter's family. Tonight, the city of Binghamton mourns a fallen hero who made the ultimate sacrifice. Gaudette leaves behind his wife and 3 young children.
And a Binghamton firefighter for 11 years. Just got caught in the situation. Was a little bit tricky and dicey. There was 2 other firefighters that were injured at that fire. You can see from the first clip from Channel 12 WBNG. And just full disclosure, I have no association with these news outlets. Just presenting their news here for information purposes. But you could tell from the bystanders that lived close by that the smoke was overwhelming. So our thoughts and prayers are out to firefighter Garnett's family. He leaves behind a wife and 3 young children. And we say thank you to for your service, and Godspeed, and God bless. Tragedy, but so just want to recognize that as a former firefighter. It's right here, folks. It hits right here because it's just one of the worst case scenarios for a firefighter. You're trying to do your job, and certain circumstances come up and stuff like that. And he 11 years on the job. He knew what he was doing. He was a veteran firefighter. So just every fire is different. It presents a different set of circumstances that, as far as that goes. Okay, what else we got news? Enough about the fire there as far as that goes. Today is Valentine's Day. Local fire. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring this one up. Flowers and candies, the essentials of Valentine's Day, but how do local shops deal with the busy crowds? Let's check this one out over there on Fox 40 and see what they have to say about it. And let's see, is that coming up? Yeah, that's coming up. Okay, so let's see, is that lined up pretty good? Yeah, that's lined up pretty good. Let me turn off the camera. It is Valentine's. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day, but we could talk about it. Here we go.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, it's this Friday, and it's crunch time to get your special someone something sweet. Fox 40's Mike White tells us how our local shops are dealing with those crowds.
During the week of Valentine's Day, Americans buy around 58 million pounds of candy. It's something that Johnson City Store, Something Sweet Gourmet, is no stranger to.
We do chocolate dip, strawberries, blackberries. People don't realize we do them all year round also, but around this time of the year, it's like the craziest.
Bachura says the store sees a 50% revenue increase during Valentine's week. Customers' favorites, the chocolate-covered strawberries, truffles, and chocolate-covered Oreos.
Valentine's Day, it all depends what day of the week it's on when we start getting busy. So we knew that it was going to start today. And that's when people are calling.
What may surprise you is the prep time. Bachura says the shop begins planning for the 14th on January 1st.
We kind of have to be organized and have an idea and know what we did the previous year so we can be on hand with ordering our strawberries, ordering the fruit.
And it's not just the sweet treats that are flying off the shelves. As over in Binghamton, Renaissance Floral Gallery owner Ken Havenstein says the crowds have increased by around 60% this week.
Valentine's is a little more hectic because it's relegated to a single day when everyone comes in and they want flowers.
Havenstein says the store triples in revenue this week. Mixed bouquets and carnations are some of the heavy hitters this week at the Binghamton location, but there is one item that separates itself from the rest.
Roses, roses, and roses. Everybody that comes in, it's kind of roses are associated with Valentine's, romance, love, the whole idea of, some type of special person in your life.
Selling about 150 dozen of them throughout this week. Havenstein points out due to Valentine's Day being a Friday, this year is busier than many in the past, ultimately leading to a week-long preparation period.
We have to put the flowers together. That includes greenery, different types of fillers. Baby's breath is typically one of the biggest.
Renaissance Floral Gallery is located at 199 Main Street in Binghamton.
Okay, so there we have our Valentine's story. Even though I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. It just is not my cup of tea, folks. But we'll throw that in there for the folks that do, and such. Hey, Captain Rehab, how you doing? Coming in from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. And is that the woman? Ask a friend. Oh, I forget. I got to read these a lot closer, my friend. How we doing? Oh my, Captain Rehab. Asking for a friend. Oh, okay. Happy Valentine's Day, Ruth. Yeah, I don't. You can say happy. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Hi to the missus, Captain Rehab. She's just getting her breakfast here.
Morning, Captain Rehab.
There you go. Did you hear that? You get a good morning from the missus there. Hope you're doing well down there in Philadelphia. No, we're not going to do that. No, we're not going to do that. I don't think so. But glad to have you here. I hope all's well down there in the city of brotherly love. We got the sun shining out here for the most part, but it's going to turn crappy. We're looking at 3 inches of snow, icy snow. Let me see what the weather here is. Yeah, there you go. I like the skull and crossbones, the skulls and crossbones there. Yeah, you can go ask that individual over there in Cantina. I know you camp out. Yeah, I think you said you still go to Cantina. Never had a desire and stuff. Let's see, Richie Rich. It's the Eagles Super Bowl parade. Oh, is it today? Okay. Oh, thanks for telling me. I have to check that out on the TV today. It's like that'll be in the news. So hopefully it's a peaceful one. Enjoy the parade, have fun, but let's don't tip over any cars, start any fires and stuff like that. Or light poles, yeah. 1 million people are expected. Holy criminy. Wow. Do you got the day off of work because of that, Captain Rehab? For those folks that are listening on Spotify for creators and also watching, Captain Rehab, no, lots of laughs. Oh, you got to be working. Okay. Captain Rehab is in the chat right now. I'm going to work. Okay. I've known Captain Rehab back on the HAPS days and stuff like that. He comes in and we welcome him. He's a little bit of a character, I would say, but we enjoy him and we have fun. And he knows where the line is drawn, I guess, and stuff like that. I give him some leeway because I've actually seen his video. He used to broadcast on HAPS, and that's back in the days when you were the condominium administrator or something like that. I know you were having some. I still remember that broadcast. You were ready to freaking that's it and stuff, And so, but that was interesting stuff. That's how I got to know Captain Rehab. He's a good guy. He's an okay guy. I could have if I met you down in Philly, I'd be buying the first round of beer. I don't know if you drink, Captain Rehab. I imagine with the antics that you play and that you do partake a little bit of the little bit of the adult beverage and stuff maybe. But yeah, Captain Rehab's a good guy, and we appreciate him being here. And as far as gracing our presence, let me see the 10-day forecast on this weather because I'll be snow blowing. Yes, Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do the beverage. Yeah, that's right. Because you've had some incidents. Okay, I just recalling the incidents. I got my mind is just kicking in with the caffeine from the coffee here. That's right. You do indulge. you probably indulge more than me from what I remember our conversations and stuff like that. I won't bring it up, but yeah. How come this isn't coming? Oh, you had incidents. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're laughing your ass off. There he is. Captain Rehab. He's always a good, fun guy to have in the broadcast. Our 10-day forecast, let's see, for tomorrow. I guess the snow is going to start tomorrow morning. And they're expecting, they got 3.7 inches.
That all?
Yeah, 3.7 inches. But there's a crap load of rain after that on Sunday. And so that's what we're looking for weather, so it's going to come down probably a little wet and heavy. So we got to keep on tabs on it because the big thing, all the ice is melted yesterday and we had a whole bunch of a lot of pooling of water around the house, and that ice is over. The ground is frozen and stuff like that. Let's see. What's Captain Rehab says something on. Let's see. Rich, did you see the NHL is doing a 4-nation tournament? It's been very fun to watch. Oh, really? Let me write that. I'm gonna have to check that out. What channel is that? Is that on ESPN? 4-nation. I'll have to check it out. I'm not a hockey fan, but 4-nation tournament. I'll have to check that out. Canadian, U.S., Sweden, and Finland. Ooh, those are. I'll have to check that out. Let's see. Yeah, okay, ESPN. I'll check it out on ESPN. Okay, that's interesting. That's see if the U.S. I like that. That's cool. Be interesting. Who's on the team as far? I don't really know any hockey players really. I should try and watch a little hockey and stuff. I'll try and catch. I'm gonna catch some of that this weekend. Then, thanks for the heads up there, Captain Rehab. Let's see. They basically took the best players in NHL from those nations and put them together. Oh, that should be interesting. I like that when they have the best. I think I've told you this before on previous and people on the previous. The best hockey game I have ever watched in my lifetime is I was coming back from overseas. It was during the Lake Placid Olympics when the U.S. Miracle on Ice. That by far is. I'm not a hockey fan, but that game was great. U.S. beat Finland last night 6-1. Wow. Okay, I'll have to catch up on that for the weekend. Maybe I'll do something this weekend watching it, and I'll give a report on Monday's morning coffee and stuff like that. The Miracle on Ice is by far. I did watch when I was in high school. I went to high school down there in Newburgh, so it's right near West Point. We used to go down to West Point and watch the cadets play college level. I saw a couple games. There are a few games on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, I'm going to check out the schedule there as far as that goes out because there's nothing else on. It's NBA All-Star. I don't watch the NBA All-Star. It's like the Pro Bowl. I'll pass. I think this sounds more interesting. I think I'll key in on also NBA All-Star. I don't watch it though, Captain Rehab. I'm not really interested in the. I may look at it to see what Celtics are on the All-Star team, but I don't get into that game anymore. It just it's there's something about their new format. NBA All-Star actually looks interesting. Oh, does it? You think it looks? Wow, you got me interested. If you're interested in, because I know you're a pretty astute sports fan as far as. Oh, maybe I'll have to check that out. I'll check that out too. Maybe I guess this weekend. Because I know there's at least one Celtic on there. I'm a diehard Celtic fan. I love the Boston Celtics, and so basketball. When they, I go back to where I actually saw Larry Bird play up at the old Boston Garden when he first became I was stationed up there. Jaylen Brown is doing. Oh yeah, he. I almost think he's a damn good player. They got some good players, and I don't know how the Cleveland Cavaliers are first place though in the Eastern Conference. I watched them play the Celtics. Was it this last week? They didn't impress me. It's like, who are these guys? They're 5 games ahead of the Celtics, and they're just playing regular ball. Yeah, they're killing it. Yeah, Cleveland's killing it. I don't know how. They just they're 5 games ahead, but as long as the big thing in the NBA that the Knicks, they're number 3. So they got a team this year too. So they're Brooklyn though. I don't know. They're down there in 11th or 12th place. Of course, I follow mostly Eastern Conference teams. I don't follow the Western Conference. I don't like the Lakers. The only team I could say I probably give notice to is the Phoenix Suns. I like the Phoenix Suns. I didn't really care for the Phoenix Sun when Barkley played for him. Barkley was good on Philadelphia. I liked Barkley when he played for the 76ers back in the day. He was monstrous and stuff like that. And let's see, Captain Riyad says about his 76ers lost to the Raptors playing. I don't know about Ebby. Paul George. Paul George could be good. I don't know about Ebby. Ebby, he's like off and on again and stuff like that. He's a big guy, and he's big. If you're a big guy like you gotta watch yourself. Yeah, the Raptors. Where are the Raptors at? The Raptors, they're not that high up in the. Let me see where the Raptors are in the division. Talking about basketball sports and stuff like that. So I get my Surface 3 up here. And we'll go over the news again here. I think there's a couple more items there on the news. He already said he needs surgery on his knee, and even though he's still, yeah, I know he's always had problems with those knees. He's had some. Didn't he have surgery on him before? I know he's been in and out and stuff like that. And people said, I think there was a story going along. I remember last year or the year before that he was sloughing. No, big guy. Those are big bones and stuff. He's a big guy and stuff. When he gets on it, he gets on it. Let me see the Raptors. I'm bringing up my list of scores here. He has had health constantly since. Yeah, they drafted him. That's true. Yeah, it seems like every year there's something that comes up with him and stuff. Let's see the standings. Let's see, your 76ers, they're number 11. They're 11th in the division right now. And Raptors are number 13th. The Nets are right behind the 76ers at number 12. So, with the Cavaliers, they're playing they're 5.5 games ahead of the Celtics, and the Knicks are 8 games out. 8 games out as far as that goes. So Sixers can make it to the playoffs again, and Raptors aren't good. No, they're sitting back at number 13. So, like I said, I focus in on the Eastern Conference. I like the Eastern Conference. The Western Conference. Let's see, the Lakers. They're up into 5th place, but I don't really care for the Lakers. I don't like the Rockets. Nuggets, I'll watch. They're okay. I don't know nothing about the Thunder or Grizzlies. They're 1st and 2nd. The Phoenix Suns are 11. I used to like the Spurs, but I don't. And Mavericks. Yeah, as far as that, you like the Grizzlies? Yeah, I haven't watched enough of them, and those are the two new. They're new by the newest teams, but they've been in for a couple years and stuff like that. But the only one I really like are the Suns. All the other teams are like, Jazz. I used to like Utah Jazz. I liked the Jazz back in the day. They were pretty good. And Nuggets. Nuggets are good. Yeah, Nuggets, they were pretty good as far as but Lakers, don't like the Lakers. Never liked the Lakers. Even when Magic played them. I like Magic, but I didn't like the Lakers. I like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I remember as a kid, everybody was imitating the sky hook for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, you'd be on the basketball court. You do this, and that was a Kareem sky hook. Back in the day, nobody could touch that. Nobody could touch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I didn't really care for the Celtic or the Lakers back then and stuff, but I love that. It's just I love athletes that can perform. And Magic Johnson, along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they were two of the greats of back in the day. That's when I was a young punk kid watching basketball. Let's see. So there we have on the basketball scene. Let's see what else we got in the news here. Let me check here. We got anything? We talked about the line of duty death. Let's see. Weather alert. Winter weather. Let's see. View. Let's see. Here in Tioga, we have one alert. It's an advisory. Winter advisory from 9 a.m. Saturday to 9 a.m. Sunday. Mixed precipitation expected. Total snow and sleet accumulation, they're saying 2 to 5 inches. So split the diff. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Ice accumulation, that's the big thing. Ice. I've been a little scared walking out there, and We haven't walked at all this week because of the ice. I'm older. I'm aware of the ice. I don't want to take a fall. I don't want to go to the hospital. So I said, I'm not going to. What's that?
Can't afford any more broken faces.
Yeah, we don't need any broken bones and faces, like the missus said. Exactly. So that's what let's see what else do we have on Fox 40. Anything? Story behind vessel resident long distance relative. We talked about the fire. So there's nothing there. WBN or WEBO. Give a shout out to WEBO. That's the radio station I do listen to here in Tauga or here in Owego. WEBO. Just Google, give them a shout. I'm going to give them a shout. No affiliation, but WEBO, myhometowntoday.com. They're a good radio station. They play classic and pop. I listened to one of their radio stations. They got a host of radio stations, 95.3 TTC, The Bridge down there in Towanda, Pennsylvania. That's a classic rock channel. They got a whole list of channels. Check that channel out too. 102 out of Sayre. That's another good. That's all part of the Radican Media Group. Again, no affiliation with Radican Media, but they got some good radio stations up here, and I do like listening to the radio. Radio is good. Let's see, and let's see, they got anything on the national there? No, nothing on the national. WNBF, they're talking about the down firefighter, line of duty death, and let's see, skip the ad. Oh, that's an ad blocker. Ooh, I got an ad blocker on there? Let me see if it closes. They have a sporting event here. Let me go ahead and bring this one up. This is from WNBF. It's one of the it's the radio station that's over there in Broome County in Binghamton. Let me go ahead and bring this up, and we'll read this article because I'm not much of another sport I don't really follow that much, but it is a prominent sport, and that's golf. And we got Tiger Woods. Is Tiger Woods coming to the Dick's Sporting Goods Open? And Dick's Sporting Goods is a seniors golf tournament that takes place in Endicott, New York. And that'd be cool if Tiger came to the southern tier of upstate New York. The 2025 Dick's Sporting Goods Open is going to be Wednesday, June 9th to Sunday, June 13th. But did you hear who could come next year to this year's event? In case you didn't know, Tiger Woods will be hitting the big 5-0 milestone in December. That's this month. That's this past month. So do you know what that means? It means he's eligible to play in the PGA Tour Champions for 2026. So that's next year, not this year. Okay, it's next year. So what are they? I guess they're just prepping him. They want to. That'd be cool if he came here. That'd be a big deal. If he were to come, it would be the first time he was here. A young Tiger teed it up. Oh, he's been at the BC. The Dick's Open used to be known as the BC Open, and it was in 1996 BC Open. He was fourth. His fourth career start as a pro. So his fourth career start when he came on the golf scene was right here at Enjoy in Endicott, New York. Frank Fudd and the Rain was the winner as Tiger tied for third, and his next start 2 weeks later won the Las Vegas Invitational for his first career PGA Tour. We may be on the brink of seeing him back in town here in the Southern Tier as he moves into a new phase in his career. That's the senior's career. So that would be pretty good. In an interview back in November 2021, Woods suggested that he might not play golf as a job all the time, but he said he would still play a few events each year. He came back to the PGA Tour for the 2022 Masters, and now as he gets ready to turn 50, he can play in the PGA Tour of Champions, which the Dick's Sporting Goods, which used to be the BC Open, is part of. So the question on everybody's mind now, will we see Tiger grace the greens at Dick's Sporting Goods opening back in, well, not this year, but next year, 2026 as a player? Wouldn't that be something to see? I think it would. Do you think Tiger will make an appearance at this event in the future? Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for a reunion between Tiger and the most prestigious golfing event. Tiger Woods and the Dick's Sporting Good Open sounds like a dream come true, doesn't it? Just hope. And the thing about Tiger Woods, as far as that goes, is I remember when he was just a little guy on the Mike Douglas show when he was just like 4 or 5 years old. He could beat me in golf, and I don't know. I'm an adult. As a kid, he was so Tiger Woods coming to the BCO. Well, what used to be called the BC Open, now Dick's Sporting Goods, one of the largest sporting goods stores here in the Northeast, if not the country, sponsors that event. So that would be cool. That would be very cool. Okay, let's see. We got that one. Got that one. That one. Let's see. What do we got left on channel? Community. Excuse me. And let's see. We got anything on WBNG? I'm not seeing it. New York State Police changes their colors. Let's check this out. New York State Police, I have high regards for. They're going to change the colors. It still looks like a blue. They're going to change the colors of their cruisers. So
They don't want to spot it.
yeah, they might make them a little darker. They might take away that yellow strip or something like that. Let me go ahead and bring this one up here as far as that goes, and turn that off. Bring up it's on channel 12 news. Again, no affiliation with any of these. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Oh, we have it up. Okay, let's go ahead and start it then.
Have announced that they will be changing the appearance of their cruisers to gray with a gold stripe. The color change is a nod to the history of the New York State Police, which used gray all the way up until the 70s when the car color changed to blue and yellow. The new cars will be slowly phased in. People can expect to wait until 2026 to see the new gray trooper vehicles in the lineup.
We wear gray. As everyone knows, a state trooper wears what we call gray uniforms. And it's actually black and white thread that's woven into the gray. And the reasons behind that, it comes back from our history of being, neutral. And the state trooper is neutral when he arrives at a complaint and should remain neutral, doesn't take one side or the other. And that's part of that tradition.
New York State Police wants to be transparent with people about the color change, but also let people know that they are changing the color of their vehicle so people can be aware that these are not someone who is impersonating state police officers.
So that's pretty interesting as far as look at the car, the old state trooper cars. They were gray. they look ancient. They look ancient as far as that goes. So they're changing from the blue to a gray. So that's going to be interesting, because everybody's fixated on that gray. Interesting article there as far as that goes. And I have high regards for New York State Troopers. They're a good bunch of guys and stuff. They scare the bejeebies out of me, but I want them to scare the bejeebies, because if they scare the bejeebies out of me, they scare the bejeebies out of the criminals and stuff like that. As all law enforcement, we have some good law enforcement here in the southern tier of upstate New York. My hat's off to them as far as that goes. They're a good bunch. The local county sheriff's department here and all that. Let's see, what else do we have here? I think that's it for WBNG. Let's see. And local photographer captures bald eagle's nest, and this could be interesting. We have bald eagles here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and I mentioned many a times here on this broadcast, they fly right overhead, and This is an article again on WBNG to as far as concerning bald eagles. So let's listen to this one.
White heads and round bodies can be recognized from a mile away. With a wingspan that could knock you off your feet, the emblem of America is a welcome sight for southern tier photographers, especially now as bald eagles are nesting around New York, including right here in our backyards.
It's a huge hobby for me now. My camera doesn't go anywhere without me.
For 2.5 years, Tammy Ackley's camera has captured the national symbol of the United States right here in the southern tier.
It was like within 2 weeks, I had like 6 nests I was watching. And it was just from going out and exploring.
Ackley's camera has captured the bald eagles all around, along the Susquehanna and Shenango rivers, and in nearby towns like Richford and York Valley.
At this time of year in winter, eagles will tend to congregate in areas where there's open water, where they can access food. And sometimes that leads to people, some higher densities where they're feeding. People see them more often than in those locations where there's open water and there's food available to them.
The national bird was on the brink of extinction, but through conservation efforts, the bald eagle is no longer on the endangered list. Now, according to the Department of Environmental Conservation, more than 170 pairs of eagles nest in the state.
There's been changes in regulations, but there's also still a wide variety of protections for the birds to make sure their populations remain healthy and continue to rebound.
It's a sign of resiliency that Ackley welcomes for the beloved birds.
I see them every day, you know what I mean? And then not even if I'm not even looking for them going down the highway or something, there's one in a tree, you know? So I just feel like the population was exploded.
So if you happen to see one in our area, the advice is to admire from afar.
Take it in, you know, stop and take it in because it's amazing. The size of them. You don't realize how big they are until you're next to one, actually.
For more details on how and where you might be able to view the eagles, you can visit our website, WB.
So there we have the bald eagle, the United States national bird. And I see him here. I see him. There was several years back, a local lake. It was early in the morning. And I saw the mother, the father, 2 younger birds from the year before, and they're sort of all brown black, as you saw the one picture there of an eagle. It's not until they get maturity that they get the white top, white head, and the white tail feathers. And then 3 from. So I saw a total of 7 along this lakeside here at a local lake, and they fly overhead. There's a registered nest there at Hiawatha Island. That's one of the first ones in the area, and I know they're nesting out elsewhere because they fly over the house all the time. Because the Susquehanna is right, it's like maybe less than a 2-minute walk across the Interstate 86 here to the river, and they fish there and stuff like that. And they're fantastic, and they are big. Oh, they can stand. I think the 2 birds that are at the Hiawatha nest. Hiawatha Island nest on the Susquehanna, they stand close to 3.5 to 4 feet tall. They're huge birds, and that's why you can spot them as far as that goes. So that's really, and I can remember as a kid they were on the brink of extinction back when I was going to elementary school. So the American bald eagle, one of my favorite birds. As far as that goes, the turkey almost became the national bird, but Benjamin Franklin was. But everybody wanted the eagle, I guess, because it was more fierce, like the United States is. So that was a good article there. Let's see, what else do we got here? WBNG. We're here on the Friday, going into the weekend. The plans for my weekend tomorrow is snow throwing. Of course, tonight I have my chess game. I have my weekly chess game with my neighbor down the road. We play on chess.com. And let's see, we got that one. Let's see, channel 34. Anything else on there? No, nothing there. WENY. We did get an article about the downed firefighter, but what other news do we have out in Elmira? Let's see. Oh, here's something. What's this? Let's see. TikTok. What's this one? Let's see. Let me bring this. This is on WENY. It doesn't have a. It does not have a video, but I can talk about it here. Let me go ahead and show this one here. This is TikTok. An update on TikTok. What's going on with TikTok? Well, let's find out. TikTok returns to Apple and Google Store. Okay, so I heard they took the app off, but it's back. This is out of Hong Kong AP. TikTok has returned to the App Store of Apple and Google in the United States after President Donald Trump delayed the enforcement of the TikTok. They call it TikTok. It's a law. It's not a ban. It's a law. Let's get this right. I hate it when they say TikTok ban. It's not a ban. It's a law. They got to comply with the law or else they have to go. Let's get it right there, folks. They give the impression, oh, they banned it. No, they got to comply with the law. TikTok, which is operated by a Chinese technology firm, ByteDance, was removed from Apple and Google Apple stores on January 18th to comply with the law that requires ByteDance to divest the app or be no longer be available here in the United States. The popular social media app, which has over 170 million. Oh, I thought it was 70 million. It's 170 million, which it's users. TikTok, that's not that many compared to X. But anyway, previously suspended its service in the U.S. for a day before restoring. No, they didn't suspend. They had to abide by the law until President Trump gave them a little bit of a breathing room there for 75 days. Restoring service following assurance from Trump that he would postpone the ban. No, postpone the law, folks. The TikTok service suspend briefly prompted thousands of users to migrate to Red Note, which I heard is not that great. It's another Chinese social media app and call themselves TikTok refugees. Yeah, big freaking deal. The TikTok app became available to download again on the U.S. Apple App Store and Google Play Store after nearly a month. On Trump's first day in office, he signed an executive order to extend the enforcement. Well, he curbed it for 75 days, so till where TikTok's got to comply with the law by April 5th. TikTok has long faced troubles in the United States with U.S. government claiming that its Chinese ownership and access to the data of millions of Americans make it a national security. Yes, because you can't be an American and do the same with what TikTok's doing. So it has to be an American company, folks. Cut and dry, okay? No argument there. TikTok has denied allegations that it has shared U.S. user data, which is a bunch of bullhonky because there's audio out there of Chinese government officials listening at the behest of the Chinese government and argue that the law required it to be diverse or banned. Violates the First Amendment right. It doesn't violate the First Amendment right because the Supreme Court said so. It does not violate. The security issue is an issue. During Trump's first term in office, he supported banning TikTok, but later changed his mind, claiming that he had a warm spot for the app, of course, because it helped him get elected, probably because he touched interface with younger voters and stuff like that. So, I think President Donald Trump wants TikTok to comply with the law. I want TikTok to comply with the law so I can use it. TikTok CEO was among the attendees at the Trump's inaugural ceremony. Good. Trump has suggested that TikTok could be jointly owned with half of its ownership being American, that's all that we're asking. Potential buyers include real estate mogul Frank McCourt, Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary, which I've mentioned he's a potential buyer. And popular YouTuber Jimmy Donaldson. I don't know. He's popular. I don't know him. Also known as Mr. Beast. Okay, I've heard that name, Mr. Beast. So there we have it as far as the article about TikTok. And as far as it's got to comply with the law. It has to comply with the law, folks. So, so let's see. That got that. See anything else on WENY? I don't think there is. Okay, we got that one. Oh, let's see. Nothing. Let's see. Anything on nothing there on that channel. Nothing on Legal Penny Saver. 92.5, and we talked about Tiger Woods possibly coming. No license, no problem in New York State for now. Oh, I don't know about that. Nothing there and nothing there. So we're at the end of our rope here, in a manner of speaking. No, I think we went through all the updated news as far as that goes on. And we're at our 2-hour mark. So we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here, folks, and get our day started, see what the day brings, and start our weekend as far as that goes. And let's see. I would like to thank those that were in the chat here for the broadcast. I want to say thank you to Tina, our Jersey girl. Thank you, Tony D. Salute to you, my friend, my brother, veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Tony D was in the house. Tim Fanforty coming in from Michigan, our resident contractor. Stay safe there. Stay warm. Tim, glad to have you. And Melanie Johnson. Thank you, Melanie. No, Melanie from HAPS. She graced our presence here. Thank you, Melanie. You're always welcome here. Glad to have you here. And let's see, we had, what else do we have? Captain Rehab. Thank you very much, Captain Rehab, for being in the audience. Glad to have you. You have a good day there and a good weekend down. Enjoy the parade in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Eagles will be taken to the parade. 1 million people expected. Wow. That's huge. That's huge. And as far as for me, I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on X. You can give me a follow or just check me out as far as what I'm doing. That's where I post all the stuff that I do on social media for the most part. There are other places I do post on. Just Google Fireman Rich and you'll see all the other spots that I post on and stuff like that. And but X is my mainstay for social media, and I do appreciate X. X is the king. I like X. Since I became a premium member, I got a reduced rate. What, instead of $80, it cost me $50. So I don't have any complaints about that. So I do appreciate it, X, for the platform you do provide. I love using that X Pro. It used to be the old TweetDeck. And as far as that goes. So, but with that, you all have a great one wherever you may be. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Have a good one. Ciao for now. Take care.